This I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too.
Meet me on 15th to Fremont at the market. Fish with the shrimp and the fries, can't find no parking. City of the bright lights is different after dark here. Take you to Container Park, maybe we could start there. Love for a city, I could swear I found my heart in. Raised in the desert, so the park was like the beach. Lorenzi on Sunday, grandma barbecued on weekends. Shopping in the Rancho was just a swap meet kid. I feel Vegas when I pass by the Allegiant. Section 8, baby, but we still live decent. When we talk about the 7, they don't even know the meaning. Pimps and prostitutes like birds and the bees here. Creeping down Owens, you might see a couple fiends near. That ain't always what it seems here. But you could wake up in a dream here, or you could wake up in your dreams dead. Las Vegas Boulevard, I turn a broke man to rich.
Yo, y'all know we sliding down Las Vegas Boulevard every time we doing this show. I'm here, the host, Michael Elliott, the Vague, right on the Vague Ringtone channel. We're going to have a big one for y'all today. We got some things that's going to be popping, some information, some stories, and it's going to be fabulous from one of the guys that I've been knowing probably all of my life. And he is somebody. And today we're going to bring him on. But first of all, I want y'all to click subscribe, hit the notification bell, and, support your guy. And also, if you have any donations or if you want to sponsor the event or the movie that I'm doing, please contact me personally, credits and shows and different things like that. So I'm going to get y'all right to my man, Mr. Chucky Myles. That's what I call him. I call him Chucky Myles. But, as he got older, he started being professional with Chucky Myles. So bring him in. Yo, Chucky, what's happening, man?
What's going on, brother? What's going on? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. I thank you for the support when you was in town last, when you came and bought some shirts, man. I definitely appreciate that support.
Oh, most definitely, brother. Most definitely have to support you, man. Came a long way from where we was at.
Man, we came a long way. So,
yeah.
I brought you on the show today because you've been a special dude for like a long time. I mean, you've been this high-powered, I know you're married now, but all of the ladies loved you. You had the sports on lock, even though you didn't really like sports that much, but you always had to have something to do. I grew up with you, and you're like one of the first people that I ever met in life. You know what I mean? Outside of the Dixon family.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So that's how long I've been knowing you.
Hey.
And I want you to just kind of let, growing up, man, in Las Vegas, what was that like for you?
Well, first of all, man, I want to say thank you. Without you not making this happen, man, stories don't get told. And I greatly appreciate that, man, bringing us, I say us older cats who was back in the day, who has experienced Las Vegas in a different platform, has definitely need to be remembered, and people need to recognize that. And by saying that, man, by growing up in Las Vegas, definitely different, most definitely different for Blacks in general. We wasn't allowed to do a whole lot of things and be careful in what we were doing. There was, at the time that we was growing up, football to me wasn't the thing to do. Football to me was just something to do. It didn't really arouse me. It didn't get me to want to go out there and say, I'm gonna go out there and play, try to be this person. I wasn't that person. I think I was more so in trying to figure out how to make me some money, and my thing was actually, I was a paper boy at about 8 or 9 years old. I was delivering about 300 some papers in the morning, on my bike, just to try to make me some money. And just to get some things because, my mom was a single mom, and she was a hustler, and she'd get out there and have to work 2 or 3 jobs, did a maid service on her own, and that was the thing that we saw, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it whatsoever that my mom had to work so hard just to get somebody to give her 10, 20 bucks to clean their house. That wasn't my thing. So when I used to see that, I was very disturbed. But growing up in Vegas was brothers who actually worked together. You know, we wasn't brothers that would, go off on each other. You had older brothers like those Terry Wheatons and John Rose and all them who would come in, the Andre McGee's and all that. They would come in and they'll talk to you, whether you like it or not. They'll get on you like they was your, like, not just a brother, but like a dad.
I
And
remember
they
those
kept you on.
days. And I
Yeah,
remember every
they
one of
kept
those
you on.
guys you named.
Yeah, you think about those cats that even if they was doing something else, they would never put you in that round. They never put me in that round. They would tell me go home. One, they knew my mama. You know how my mama was.
Absolutely.
So, you know, when she popped that whip, that wasn't playing that light out the window, man. When she said get home, then she wasn't playing. So it was a collaboration of you being a friend, being a person to talk to. And then I had brothers like the Barlows who talk and we hung out, the Malones, hang out with G Malone, and all that was fellas who want to see you grow. Like you used to tell me, you don't remember. I know you probably don't, but I used to hear you, man. We used to go to that park down the street from your parents' house, and we'll play in that park, and you'll just be cool. You're not trying to hear anything, you ain't. But just your demeanor was just like, I was like, dang, boy, Mike is just chilling. Now Pernell would tell you something, but you was like, I'm the quiet one. I'm gonna do some things, whatever, yada yada, whoop de whoop. But
Yeah,
that's
my
how I
mind
grew
was
up in
always
Las
working.
Vegas. Yeah, I didn't grow. I grew up in Las Vegas as a person who tried to stay under the radar. I didn't. And sports blew me up because of George Williams. Be honest with you, George Williams was the one that actually said he saw me playing catch, and when I started high school, he started me playing catch, and that's when we would start. That's when that 7-on-7 came around, and he the one that said, "Chuck, come on out here." Me, him, Michael Hall. You remember Michael
I
Hall?
remember Mike Hall.
And yeah, and they come out there and they said, "Chuck, come on out here, man. We're gonna go play football." And I recall we played at Vegas High School. We played that first game at Vegas High School, and George told Coach Katowich that you need to put Chucky out there on wide receiver because I wanted to play running back with Tyrone Walker and Brian Day. I wanted to be with them, but I was too small, man. I was 5'6", 155 pounds, soaking wet. But I was, man. But those fellas geared growing up, they did not allow me to drink. They didn't allow me to do no drugs. They didn't allow me to hang out. They didn't let me stay. I mean, they used to tell me go home. Michael Hall used to tell me go home, Chuck, for your mom to get you. Because that was the way I lived. The cats didn't. I guess they saw things in me that I didn't even see. I didn't think about sports. I just didn't. I just did it and had fun doing it, man. And so that was part of my story. Where when I was in Vegas, it was a family. Rancho High School was my family. That's family. From now, hence, and forevermore. From those years, from 79 to maybe the early 90s, those people right there from Rancho High School stuck together. And that what made me grew up to where I am today, where I believe in family. I believe in my friends. I'm loyal to my friends. I might not call them as much, but I'm still loyal to them. They gave me much respect. They gave me much love, and I always want to give back to them. I see you're gonna show that picture of me with All American. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
Had my little
American.
my curly kid on it that day, but yeah,
Tell us a
yeah.
little bit
And
about this.
let me tell you about that one, man. I did not know I received the All American until we was in the lunchroom, and I think Tyrone told me, or I think it was Tyrone. It was the fellows. We was in there, and they told me I made All-American. You know, I didn't understand what the heck did that mean. I didn't know what it mean. I I just okay, whatever it is, it is. And then Coach Catowich was telling me how extreme it was, you know, how important it was. Coach Spencer, Coach Bouillac, they were telling me how important that was, and Coach Dye, oh my God, Coach Dye, yeah, and Coach Johnson, they really was telling me, hey, you know, do you understand what you just received? And I didn't. I mean, you're talking to a cat that didn't look at school the way I look at school now. I wasn't that guy who really cared about school in particular at the time, because I just wanted to make money. I just trying to figure out to make money for my mom, you know, so my mom wouldn't have to do all those things, like I said before. So when I made that, let me tell you, man, let me tell you, Michael, when I made that All-American, they told me what it was about. Now my head did get a little big at that time. You know, I admit my head got a little big because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna let you know. But yeah, I got picked out of 957,000 students
That's huge.
to
You know,
be an
we was rooting you
All-American,
on
man.
at the time. I was in California uh, during that time, but man, we was all rooting you on, and I was happy and proud that it was somebody I knew, and Vegas wasn't getting that spotlight like that. It was hard for somebody in Vegas to really get recognized and noticed, you know, like that, and it was you. That was cool.
Well, you know, man, it was y'all who made me. You know, it was y'all who was at the games and watched me play. You know, it
Absolutely.
was y'all that encouraged me to say, "Hey, man, keep going." You know, I mean, I was signing autographs in high school, man. You know what some significant value that was, you know, and it was because of those people and the people who supported me, like yourself, showed me what I can actually become, you know, and that's when college football came around. I didn't think I was going to go to college. That wasn't even in my thought process about going to college. Me, George, George Williams, and Tyrone Walker was pretty much the lead way for Rancho until George got injured and Keith Whitley became. Yeah, there he is. There it is, right there, man. The Super Rams.
Y'all had
The
K
Super
Dog on
Rams.
the Super Rams. You know,
And man,
that was one of those pictures that, man, I tell you, that y'all was the coach had y'all, I don't want to say brainwashed, but he kind of what he did to he made y'all feel like if y'all put these jerseys on, y'all was super, and y'all really came out and played like that. I mean, y'all came out and played super. I mean, y'all could be losing by 30 points to come back and win the game.
let me tell you, man, about that Super Ram story, man. We didn't know what the goddamn we were doing. Coach Katowich, I swear he was something else. He was a philosopher, you know. We came, we was in regular uniform playing. I forgot who was playing, maybe Vegas High School. No. The one on the hill, Basic High School, with Randall Venom and them. And we was wearing our regular shirts, our
Man, I love the
green.
names that you've been bringing up. I mean, those are the dudes. You know, hey, I'm glad you're bringing their name up. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. So when we played against them, it was for the district championship. And I never forget, my mom came to my game for the first time, I believe. They came to one of my games because she works all the time. And then my uncle flew down from Missouri. And so we was in the locker room, and Coach Catowich came out there and put these jerseys out of a box and said, "We're Super Rams. We're gonna be Super Rams." And man, let me tell you,
Everybody bought into it.
Everybody bought into it, man. We put that shirt on. I put my jersey on, man. Let me tell you, man. I came out of halftime. You're right. I thought I was somebody's Superman. And it changed at that time, Rancho football at that time. If you think about that picture right there, that changed everything about Rancho, about our football program.
Absolutely.
Coach Catowitz, he put that together. We only had a handful of players on 4,000 students who went to our school. And let me tell you, man, these fellas right here, my family. No matter how things go, they family to me because we went through some times together. We didn't lose no games. We wasn't out there to just mess around. We had cats look like they grown men.
Dennis McGee.
Yeah. Let me tell you, man, Dennis hit this boy from Gorman High School so hard because George got injured. I think George got injured that game. And I told Dennis, I said, Dennis, man, that boy right there, man, said something about you, man.
Dennis, if he get me, you ain't want to see Dennis.
Dennis said, what? Yeah, Dennis said, what? And I said, Dennis, man, because I said, Dennis, man, we need to make this touchdown, man. So you can't, man, he talking about you, man. He talking about, I heard him. That boy didn't say nothing to Dennis whatsoever.
On defense, Dennis, y'all had Keith Whitley, y'all had Kerry, y'all had monsters.
Let me tell you, we had Brian Day at linebacker, B.T. Collins at linebacker.
Yeah.
We had I used to call him Preacher Man. Moses.
Moses. Yeah. That was a grown man. He was looking like a grown man back there.
He talking to you about Christ all day, no matter what's going on. He gonna talk to you about Christ. You might as well get ready. He gonna talk to you about Christ. And then you had Kerry. Let me tell you about Kerry, man. I love Kerry Will so much, man. I seen him hit a dude so hard. The boy looked like he became bow-legged. Kerry bow-legged. I mean, Kerry was respectful, but he didn't play, man. He hit you. Oh my God.
Man, Kerry walked like Red Fox, and I guess if you see him, you don't think he could do nothing, but Kerry was a beast.
Kerry was a beast. B.D. Collins, all them cats, man.
Man, our neighborhood was strong. The whole neighborhood was strong.
Yeah, man. Even coming off you got to realize too, we didn't have a lot of players. We played both sides of the ball.
Right.
Punt return, kickoff return. We all played that throughout the whole game. And coming in, I don't know how coach strategized that, but we was all there just like that the whole game, man. So yeah, Rancho was a pinnacle part of my life until I went to college. And then when I went to college, man, it was, oh Lord,
what school right
there, man. That's at Texas A&I University. Yeah.
What was that like?
A&I until we died. Let me tell you, it was a culture shock to me because I never seen so many Hispanics before in my lifetime. I came to Texas. Until I came to South Texas, I said, what the God name going on here? I seen all these Hispanics around here talking about yeehaw and all this other stuff. I was like, are we coming to play football or what? And I didn't. I was shocked, man. I was shocked. I mean, the football team was predominantly black, but everything else was
all
Hispanic.
Hispanic.
Man, let me tell you, man, I never heard of fajita meat. I never heard of tostadas, all this other stuff. I never heard of guacamole. I ain't never heard none of that stuff until I came to Texas, South Texas, to play football. And let me tell you, man, I took Vegas football. I don't know if you remember Anthony Woods.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Anthony, Pee Wee Woods, all them.
Yeah.
Me, Ant Woods, and Marcus Brown. I don't know if you remember Marcus Brown.
Bonanza.
Yeah. We was all in college together. They call us the Vegas Connection. I was wide receiver, Ant was safety cornerback, and Marcus was running back.
Man.
And let me tell you, man, we took Vegas to A&I like you ain't never seen it before, man. We wasn't wild, we was ballers. We was gonna determine to let you know who we were. And that's what happened, man. We went up to A&I. I went out there my first year. I seen the wide receiver that was in front of me. You know, earlier you said how much of a competitor I was, man. Let me tell you, I seen this dude in front of me. I said, ain't no way you're going to be in front of me. Ain't no way you're going to be in front of me. I told him after the fourth game, you'll no more start. You might as well get ready to watch my feet on this field because you're not going to start. You're not going to start over me no more. I didn't wait the fourth game. After the third game, I started wide receiver. Wow. After the third game in college. Yeah. And then, until then, ever since then in college, I was always been a starter. I always was a starter. I have 3 rings underneath my belt for that. You know, I was not going to let anybody outdo me in college at all. Just like in high school, Western High School. I don't know. I think you got one of those. Yeah. Let me tell you about Western. Oh my God. Key Wayne was the quarterback because George got injured. So Key Whitley was the quarterback. I said at the start of the game, it was packed. It was their homecoming. It was Tony Logan in them. You know, Tony Logan with the running back. Cold as heck, but that was a
Darren Barnes, Tony Logan, Ike Maddox.
And
our Lamont Duke was over there.
Yeah. Michael Lee was playing basketball at the time over there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so let me tell you, man, we went out there and Keith looked like he kind of worried. Because it was packed house. And he had to play quarterback and linebacker at the same time. And that's a hell of an athlete right there, bro. I told him, I said, I'm gonna tell you what, Keith, just throw the ball. Just throw it in the area where I'm at. I get you. I got you, bro. Just throw it in the way. If he said we're going to do a 2-yard in, just throw it right there in between. That's all you have to do. I get there. Just throw the ball. Sure enough, man, Key got that first. It was the second play of the game. And I looked at Keith and Coach called a slant, inside slant. I looked at Keith. I said, don't worry, man. Just throw the ball. Just throw the ball. Sure enough, man, that was the first touchdown we made, second play of the game. I made that touchdown. I think it was like 83 yards or something like that, 59 yards, something like that. 83 yards because then my second one was 59 yards. And man. So I said, this is the first time I ever played in so many people.
Everybody was at that game.
Everybody was at that game, man. I mean, you seen people standing in the back area. You know, if you ever, when you go to Western High School, you couldn't go where the streets was hitting the freeway. It was the back area. There was all packed.
Yeah, all that was packed. Everybody was at that. Every time Western and Rancho played, even in basketball, it was packed.
Yeah.
Every time Rancho and Western played, everybody showed up. And that was with no social media.
No social media. No, it was word of mouth all day long. If you wasn't at that game that year, somebody said you missed the game.
Ain't no doubt.
You know, that was a game.
How many yards did you end up having at the end of the game?
Man, don't do me like that, man. I had 4 catches for 181 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Man.
That game. Yeah.
Who was the DB over there? Arnie Stroggins?
Yeah. I thought it was Victor over there. Victor Dunn. I think Victor. Yeah, I thought because somebody was talking noise to me and said at the beginning of the game, you ain't gonna score this game, Chucky. You ain't gonna score. And I turned around and I looked at him. You remember when we was 5? I make that look. I'm looking at you like, what? said, "What you say?" And I looked back. I said, "Get ready to see the back of this shoe." So I turned around. I never forget. I turned around before the play started, and I said, "Look at the back of the shoe. What that shoe say?" And at the time, I had wore a no name shoe. I said, "Look at that shoe, because that's all you're gonna see tonight."
That's it.
I turned back around. That was it, man. That was it. Everything said for else, man. But it was the people, man. I'm telling you, Mike. I don't care. I played a good game, and it's case it out. But it was the people, man. The people who came out to come. It was schools from El Dorado, Basic, every school. Because you got to remember, we only had 10 schools that played football. At that time. So you have every school coming to that game. Everybody was coming to that game. I never forget Coach Germany from Western. He came up and told me after the game, he said, you got my vote. And I was like, I didn't know what that vote he was talking about. And then after I figured it out, they told me that I made Southern Nevada MVP. And I was
These are things that people should know about. If you live in Vegas, you're from Vegas, and you don't know about this era and this energy of the greatness that paved the way for a lot of people today, man, y'all got to listen to this story and check this out, man. It's one of the greatest, Chucky Myles, my guy.
Oh, man. It still goes back to the people, man. One brother I used to love and hate. They go lie, but I didn't really hate, but I just that the man was cold, was Freddie Banks. To go back, Freddie, man. I remember the first time I was holding him in basketball, and I said, "You ain't getting nothing today, man. I ain't care what's happening. You ain't getting nothing today." And if I can recall, man, I used to tell him that, but that boy was tearing my tail up, man. That boy can play some ball. That boy can play some ball. And the young man from Western High, El Dorado, Keith.
Keith Turner.
What's Keith last name?
Keith Turner.
Man.
Keith Turner was one of those dudes that was so above his game was, his IQ was higher than anybody that he played against.
Oh yeah.
He had a pure jumper.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, he knew the game.
And they was older than us.
Yeah.
But cats, like, going back to go back to the days, man, that you're asking about, people didn't realize that it looked good from the outside, but we had some hurt brothers. We had some hurt brothers that didn't have that somebody, or didn't have that person to talk to, And the one good thing that saved my tail, Mike, to be honest with you, was the boys club.
Oh man, I'm so glad you brought that up. That saved a lot of us.
The boys club. Man, didn't it? I mean, we was there more time we was at home.
Man, if the boys club would stay open 24 hours, we would have never left.
We would never left, man.
I got to throw in there. I got to throw this in there now because, we played in the league down there at the rec during AAU season. You, Bradley, Butler, and y'all played us in the championship. Do you remember that?
Yeah. That was a heck of a game, man.
That was a heck of a game. You had to pick. You did a lot the whole game. You just could. It just
wasn't enough.
Just wasn't enough.
But it was a heck of a game, because even that was packed.
And I still got my MVP trophy from that.
Do you really, man?
I really do.
Man, that's cool, really do. Man. You're gonna laugh at me, man, because I still have my my boys, the boys club plaque that said boy of the month.
Oh, is that right? Man, I remember Purnell, when Purnell was, going to the Boys and Girls Club with us, my brother. Nell led everybody in scoring. That was he had a pure shot back then, but he didn't care about no basketball. He wanted to do other stuff. Yeah. That was your partner.
That was my boy, man. He was the most straight shooter I know that I was scared of.
Yeah.
He'll tell you straight whether you like it or not. At the young age, the way we were, man. He he'll tell you something, and his voice would just resonate through your body.
Yeah.
You know, he'll let you know, man. But Pernell, I love Pernell, man. Pernell, man. He set me straight in so many times. Just like I know you probably don't remember because I was at Matt Kelly, and I was at Matt Kelly, and we all went to Mac. I used to live in the Jets.
Right.
We stayed in the Jets, right? And Matt Kelly had a teacher named Miss Green, and I tell you, man, Matt Kelly and Doolittle was the family at the time. You know, if you can go from Matt Kelly to Doolittle,
See,
Doolittle go
my
hang out,
grandmother
come
lived in the
back.
Jets. So when we used to see
Oh,
you, when we used to see you
yep.
then, that was because we was at my grandmother's house. We would go to Matt Kelly, we go to
Oh,
Doolittle, and we would run through that field all the way through there. And we
yeah.
used to always hear this one name, and we hear that name, we take off running. I don't really want to put his name out there, but we used to just break and run because there was stories about him.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, we had cats that, you know, and some of us keep on saying cats, you know, because that's how we grew up. You know,
Right.
we had cats that was out there, man, that you know, especially on the west side, you know, it was a lot of things going on, you know, to go back to what you were saying about how we survived, man, you know, by the grace of God.
Right.
Just put it out there, you know, by the grace of God, you know,
I remember
we
going to
didn't know.
Dash Entertainment. Like after Dash
Mhm.
Entertainment, it had to be a fight. You know, schools against schools, guys against guys. You know, it was always the the people go to party, and after the party, the fight.
Yeah, I didn't. I used to hear about those things, man. People do shootings and all that other stuff, man. And my dumb self want to hang out, but my mama said you better get to the house, you know. And it was, and that when you didn't need no, we didn't have no block phones. Pagers just came around, I think, at that time, and so we didn't have a lot to communicate with. But man, let me tell you, we'll do so many things, and God was just covering us. God was just covering us, and we just
Yeah.
have to understand it and give him the glory, you know. And as I grew up out of Vegas, when I left Vegas, I went into the military after college, or during college. Matter of fact, I went into the military, and when I was in the military, I did 2 years of college football, left because my mom had a heart attack. She had two heart attacks. Yeah, there I was. I jumped out of airplanes.
Mm.
That was my, yeah, I jumped out of airplanes, man. People didn't know what I was doing. I was there when doing Panama, you know, when they was doing picking up Noriega, you know, and then Desert Storm, you know. And so it was a time in my life where I needed discipline, and God knew what He wanted to put me in. I went straight into the military. Um, I was infantry. My first job, I was a cook, jumping out of airplanes, and then I ended up being infantry and jumping out of airplanes still. Uh, and then, man, let me tell you, it was it was a scary sight. I tell you this. I tell you this. I tell everybody this. Everybody, yeah, military ain't meant for everybody. It's meant for somebody, you know. And when I was there, I've been scared straight so many times that I don't know what scared is, you know. And
What about that
being
lady
in
right there?
front, oh man, if you didn't know, your belt knew, your extension cord knew.
That's who made you, and that's who, I mean, gave you, you know, the love and everything. So when you was down there in service, how did your mom take that?
Well, you know, my mom was in the Marines in '55, and so she didn't want me to go into service. She didn't want me to go into service whatsoever. Um, that wasn't for her baby to do. When I was in college, I was good, but when I joined the service, and I told her, because you know there's no money coming in for you, not enough anyway. that I felt. And so I joined the service and I started giving my money. I gave my money to my mom. I gave some of my money to my mom uh, for a couple of years, so she can have some money. And not because she didn't need it and have to have it, but I did it because I felt I wanted to do it. So she didn't want me to go into service, Michael. When I went in, and I know she felt some kind of way when she didn't get that phone call. Uh, she didn't get that phone call that I was already gone. The horn shouted out, and that was doing Panama. You're getting ready to do Panama. I think there was a war, at that time. And my mom, I didn't call my mom, and luckily that we didn't really have to go. We was getting ready to jump, and then they called us. They called us back before we went out, and then I could call my mom and just let her know what happened. But that was not a sight that something I wanted to tell her, and my mom was a strong mom. She understood me being in the military what was going to happen. So yeah, man, it was something else at that time. Uh, but still in all, I have family to support too. You know, being in the military, we still have family. You know, even with y'all knowing that I was in the military, and we all still kept in tabs with each other. You
Absolutely.
know, that was the best thing happening, where we was actually family.
Still
Still family
connected.
kept together.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff Barlow was one of my biggest connections because he was in the army too.
Yeah.
I remember, Jeff Jones.
Yeah. I remember Jeff Jones.
Jeff Jones, if he sees this video, I know he's gonna talk about me bad because he's gonna get after me. And he said, I said, I'm grinning real wide, man, because my beautiful wife just stepped over here. And baby,
That
come show
lady
your
right
face,
there.
baby. Yeah, that's my baby right there. That beautiful lady right there. Come on, let me show your face, baby. This is my beautiful wife. This is my second half right here.
Hello, how are
Hello. How you
you?
doing today?
I
You got
am
a
well.
fabulous
Sorry to crash.
husband.
He is amazing. He is amazing.
Uh, just had to bring it in.
Absolutely, man. There's
So
nothing wrong with that.
yeah, man. Hey, man. I, 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 I get gooey eyed when I see her. So excuse me.
you know, there was names like Freddie Banks, Keith Turner,
Mhm.
BT, George Williams. A lot of these people, Vegas didn't have like high media press during that time. So right now, look these guys up, ask questions to your parents or your whatever. Find out about these guys. These dudes here was, somebody that you want to be reckoned with throughout the city of Las Vegas, man. They really put their foot down. They made it happen. They made some noise, and everybody in that era was respecting those all those kings, all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. Yeah, man. I do want to say this, Michael, if you don't mind. Um, they were just not kings. It was those queens that help us out too. Like them Pam Sullivans and Tracy Stories and Trisha, even Trisha Page. I don't know if you remember the
I remember
Pages.
Trisha Page. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It was also them, you know, the ladies at Rancho, the Lisa Dawsons, the Egypts, Teresa Egypt, and all
yes.
the. Let me tell you, man,
Rest
the
in peace.
Sean Johnson. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
those ladies, not girls, those ladies kept us, even though we might not have think to us, they kept us grounded. They
And
was
not only
not
that,
going to
they
let
could
you.
look at you in a certain way.
That's right.
They ain't have to
Oh,
say
oh
nothing.
yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. They would, man. And I tell you,
Yeah,
man,
Pam. They
it
was
was
all like
those
mothers. They was
queens.
they was they was big girls.
Yes.
Yeah, I respect them all.
Yeah, yeah, man. Let me tell you and tell you this and to move on afterward what Vegas done for me, man, and what y'all done for me, it made me a better man. It made me a better understanding how to be a man. What does that mean? It doesn't mean that I go out there and do just the wrongest of things. It means that if I make mistakes, I know how to own it and then fix it, you know. And I see you doing it. I see multiple of my friends doing it. You know, we own what we did, but we also came out better than what we was before, you know. And I thank you, man. I thank you, Mike. I thank you, man, because without you giving these stories out like this and people who we grew up together with, people wouldn't know about this. And I pray that your podcast grows further and further with strength, you know, and because you deserve it, man. You deserve this. You came along with this. Not a lot of people know your story. You know, only people like us, being you know, that grew up when we were about 5 years of age, you know, following each other during our lives, you know, and knowing people who helped us in the pathway. You know, I love me some Lou Collins, man. Lou, man, and Craig and all them, Knight, all them, man. You know, you know, I'm not saying they was the cheerleaders, man, but they was the ones that put your name out there. You know, they'll let you know who Michael Elliott is, or Chucky Myles, or whoever it is, man. I mean, everybody had a 1% of that 100% of that pie that we played with, man. And I'm gonna tell you, bar none, man. I didn't think of school, man, and then here I am on my fifth degree, man. You know, I'm working
Congratulations,
on.
you're a strong, powerful man, and you've always
Thanks a
shown it.
lot,
You've
man.
been a great example to a lot of people. You just don't know, but even after they see this, they're gonna be even, you know, a bigger example because some of the things they don't even know about.
Yeah, 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 man. I mean, I seen some things in my life, man, that I probably would never want to see, but end up happening, and especially in the military, you know, there was some things that you know we see, and it's not nothing nice, you know, it is what it is, but the growth from it, and to learn how to restart yourself, played a big part, and you know, now that you know, my children are doing wonderful. You know, our children are doing wonderful. Me and my wife is doing wonderful. You know, and we don't separate the two. We keep in collaboration. We bring togetherness. You know, and I tell you, and you know, my queen, she my queen. I can't say anything that she's my newfound queen. Love her more than anything to come across this earth, right?
And that's how it
She
should be.
has set she set the presence where God said, there she is. Can I tell you the story on how we met though, real fast, man?
You ain't gotta tell it fast. You can tell it.
Let me tell you, man. We met on a site called Black People Meet, right? And it's funny because we met on Black People Meet. So we was texting each other. You know, no, don't take that back. I text her and I didn't hear nothing from her because I seen the picture. I said, "Oh my God, who is it? I just want to touch this woman. You know, I just want to touch her. You don't have to do anything. Just let me touch her, right?" And so I sent her a message, and I didn't get no response. I was like, okay, I know I might be looking crazy. I might act crazy, but I ain't crazy, right?
Right.
So I turned out, let me tell you, a month went by, a whole month. I wasn't talking to nobody. I wasn't with nobody. A month went by. I get this text from her. I looked at the text, man. I dropped the phone. I said, oh my God, it's real. I couldn't talk to her first. You know who I called?
Who?
I called Ricky Barlow. And I said, I need some assistance. I need somebody to help me talk this out. Right? And he told me, just be yourself, Chuck. Just be yourself. I said, I don't know what this woman doing. She right? So I get on the phone. I text her. I called. She says, sure. I got on the phone with her, Mike. That was the end of the discussion. She said, hey. And I said, hey.
Man, it's always good to have sweet love. I mean, it's
man, let me tell you, man.
A lot of people would say, I'm single and I'm happy, or they'll say, I don't want nobody. But to have somebody, and not only to have somebody, but to have somebody that loves you, somebody that
Yeah.
hugs you, kisses you, enters your world, show you with nothing but compassion and respect, and treat you the way you're supposed to be treated, that's when like
Oh man, let me tell you,
great
let me
great
tell you,
things,
like,
and that could definitely happen with anybody's life.
yes, yes, yes. And I was just about to elaborate on that. That I'm 59. And I love that. You know, if you think that your life is over with love, you need to check yourself because there's no such thing. What God has for you is for you. I love this woman when she came into my life. Let me tell you, Mike. I always say the three, I mess with this, but I say it was the three things that the three spirits came at her. It was on a Tuesday that we talked on the phone. It was on the Wednesday. It was on Wednesday. Wednesday we talked again. We got the father with her with me on Tuesday. We got the son who talked to me on Thursday. And Friday, God said you better get over there and get that Holy Spirit over there and go see her. And I end up leaving Houston. Mike, and coming to Dallas to come see her for the first time. And when I saw her, Mike, let me tell you, I went through a double door. It was a double door. And I went to the first door and it was like a fuzz. When I seen her through that second door, Mike, let me tell you, I went like,
I think the mic is kind of scratching right now. It's hard to hear you.
no, man, that's what I did. I couldn't say nothing when I saw her. When I saw her, I couldn't say that. I was so
Like,
stuck, Mike. I was
hold on 1 second. And we're going to step into a commercial real fast and
Okay.
come right back.
The lights is different
All
after
right.
dark here. Take you
All
to
right.
Container Park.
Yeah.
Maybe we can start there. Love for a city. I can swear I found my heart in. Raised
You
in the
good?
desert, so the park was like the beach. Lorenzi on Sunday, grandma barbecued on weekends. Shopping in the Rancho was just a swap meet kid. I feel Vegas when I pass by the Allegiant. Section 8, baby, but we still live decent. When we talk about the 7, they don't even know the meaning. Pissing prostitutes like birds and the bees here. Cripping down Owens, you might see a couple fiends near. It ain't always what it seems here. But you could wake up in a dream here, or you could wake up in your dreams dead. Las Vegas Boulevard, I turn a broke man rich.
I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's that I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too.
That's an hour. Probably about to close it down.
Yo, we back.
You about to
Back in full effect. Hey, man, we got my man Chucky Myles on the show. I'm so happy to have him on the show. This is one of the best shows I've ever done, and I'm excited. And I'm loving everything about it because you're bringing up some names and some people that was a very big instrument in my life. And, I mean, everybody was powerful. I remember going to watch George Williams run 101 yards, for a touchdown.
Yeah. George was phenomenal, man. We had other cats, man. That
Is George still around?
Chavez Foger. Yeah. I see. He's on Facebook with me. We get on there sometime. We be
Tell
talking.
George I say what's up.
We don't talk.
Yeah, Chavez Foger was a beast.
Ooh, Chavez. When we say Chavez, like saying Mufasa. Ooh.
Me and Chavez, every time we would see each other, I don't care. We was at a basketball game, we was at a store, we was at church. If we seen each other, no matter what we had on, we had to race, no matter what.
Wow. I tell you what, man, I almost didn't go to Rancho, man, Michael.
What?
Because of Chavez. Chavez, if I can recall, when we was growing up, Chavez said, Chuck, come over here to Gorman. Come over here to Gorman, man. And I was like, I ain't going no Gorman. Where am I going to Gorman for? He said, just come to the school. And I came to the school. And I almost went there until I seen him dressed in uniform. And I was like, I ain't wearing no uniform. What's wrong with you, man? I said, I'm going back to Rancho. Man. And then after that, because he had he was a star over there. I
Yeah,
tell you who else, man. People didn't know about, or people knew about. We did was Charles Smith out
Oh
of Vegas High
man.
School.
Oh boy. You know, in all
Yeah,
respects, they called him Deaf Charles.
all respect.
Man, all
Yep,
respects.
yep.
You know, I still
All
communicate with him
respect to him.
today. I still communicate with him
Do you,
today.
man? Oh,
Yes.
I
Yes.
love that brother, man. I
We
love
actually
that
gonna
brother,
have him
man.
on the show. And he's gonna have his wife on.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
oh,
He actually won first prize in the Deaf Olympics. Uh, yeah, man, he been a champ all his life. People don't know about Charles Smith.
Charles Smith, man. Charles would get on that starting block, and all he had to do is see you move.
That's it. That's it.
Shoot, he'd catch you and move and leave you.
Can you imagine if he could take off when everybody else took off?
Oh, man,
Man,
man, man. Oh, him,
he had a
Blake
body on
Ezor.
him like a George Williams. Him and George had them bodies.
I tell you what, though, when we played him in Vegas, no disrespect to him, but I told him, I said, you ain't going to do this here. You ain't going to run around against us. When we played for the Bone, I
Yeah.
said, you're not going to run around with us.
Who won the
It ain't
Bone
gonna
that year?
happen. It ain't going to happen. Yeah, we won that Bone. We won that
Absolutely.
Bone. Yeah, we
After-
won that Bone. But man,
After
yeah,
I think the '89 year of Rancho,
Yeah, that was
when they
pretty much it.
built the new school, it just all went down in the football. That just all the kids got bused to other schools.
Yeah, man. You know, I don't know if you ever knew this. One time, man, El Dorado came over there at Rancho, and they defaced our Ram over there at Rancho.
Hmm.
So, you know, put it like this: the E became an R on the mountain.
People always wanted to know about that. People always wanted to know about who did that to that E. They always wanted to know.
Well, welcome back. You know, we just over there.
No, there's a big E on the mountain, and it stands for El Dorado. But some guys from Rancho put the curve in it, made it look like a R. You know what I'm saying? Because it was always a rise. The rival was like crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chucky, man,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
real good
yeah.
having you on the show. Before we leave, if there's anything that you want to say, or any message you want to give.
I do, man. Again, I want to thank you again for allowing this platform today. It definitely got. Hope that I helped in any way possible to bring this podcast to more of a fruition for you, man, and anybody else who's watching it. I want to say that remember your friends, remember your family, remember those people who put you in a spot that you didn't even know that you just in, that they put you in there because they try to keep you from harm and danger. Remember those people who come to you and give you that look in your ear of positiveness. Remember those older people who come to you and say, "Oh, don't get mad at what I'm saying to you, embracing what I'm putting into you." You know, I instilled that to my children, our children. And my wife has come to a great spirit in our lives to understand how important it is to have people, community around you. And so what I leave is love. I leave my love. I leave you my spirit. I leave you a forgiveness for what I've done. And to let you know that I'm always there. I'm always going to be with you in spirit and in health. I thank you again, Michael Elliott. I thank you for putting this out. God bless you. And may God always keep you, my brother. I love you, man. Much love,
you too,
brother.
Man, that's my guy, Chucky Myles. Y'all might know him as Charles Myles on social media. But Charles got a hell of a story, man, and he's always been a great guy. Stand up, stand out. He's just been there. I thank y'all for listening to the show. Y'all make sure y'all click subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also tell somebody about it. And also, we do accept sponsorship and donations. At the bottom of the screen, if you want your business at the bottom of the screen, you're able to get a sponsorship spot. Or if you want to be on the screen like you see the vague, then you could be on the screen throughout the whole entire show or bits and pieces throughout the show. So let me know. Y'all enjoy. And then I'm going to leave it out with like this.
I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's some shit you slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's some shit I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's some shit I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too.
Meet me on 15th and Fremont at the market. Fish with the shrimp and the fries, can't find no parking. City of the bright lights is different after dark here. Take you to Container Park, maybe we can start there. Love for a city, I could swear I found my heart in. Raised in the desert, so the park was like the beach. Lorenzi on Sunday, grandma barbecued on weekends. Shopping in the Rancho was just a swap meet kid. I feel Vegas when I pass by the Allegiant. Section 8 baby, but we still live decent. When we talk about the 7, they don't even know the meaning. Pimps and prostitutes like birds and the bees here. Creeping down Owens, you might see a couple fiends near. It ain't always what it seems here. But you could wake up in a dream here, or you could wake up in your dreams dead. Las Vegas Boulevard, I turn a broke man to rich.
I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's that I slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too. It's some shit you slide down Las Vegas Boulevard too.